All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to import a class list from Dropbox to idoceo. But before we actually put in our class lists, we need to first put in the templates. So if you get templates, you need to put them, if you get them from Google Drive, is usually where I share them from, you need to put them in a Dropbox. So anyhow, I go into my idoceo 4.0. When you go in, we're going to look at just one grade today, but obviously you can just figure out how to do the other grades. So we're going to start with, we'll go with kindergarten. So once you go here, you hit the top right button where you have the three little dots, and then it'll allow you to export. So you go down to export, and then here you're going to have to touch this tab that says open in, and then that will give you the option to open in idoceo. So then you open it at idoceo, and it's going to import this template. So it takes a second. So as you see, this already says Orner. This is one of my kindergarten teachers. I forgot to, when I saved the last year's template, I forgot to erase that. So I'm just going to change that to template. So once you do that, the easiest way to do this so you don't have to keep re-importing them is if you just hold the template down, you can copy more of them. And I always just hit the bottom one because there's no kids in here. So, and if you ever change outcomes or anything like that, I'm going to do one more. So I'm just going to copy it. If you ever change outcomes or anything like that, if you just do it in one grade level and then you share the columns to the other grade levels, if you're creating like new templates, that's the easiest way to do that, by copying them and sharing them. All right, so anyhow, what you do once you get in there is you're going to hold one of them and you're just going to edit it. And I'm just going to put kindergarten 1. So this will be my class 1. And then we're going to have a kindergarten class 2. So edit, change template 2. Now, what I normally do is I will always have extra templates. So I'll hold it down and I'll hide it. And I'll show you what that is here in a second. So once you have your templates in there, you can actually go in to your gradebook and you can see all these outcomes and all these standards. And that's what the templates are good for, is you don't have to go create all this stuff. All right, so when we want to get a class list in, then we go back to Dropbox, go back to my files. I'm going to go to my class list, the ones that we just created and pulled from IC. And we're going to go to Carter. Carter is one of my kindergarten classes. So with all the information that we have, we're going to do the same thing and hit the top right button, and we're going to export it. We're going to open it in the same thing in idoceo, and then it's going to give us an option here. And what you're going to do is you're going to import wizard. You're not going to put the other buttons. So for the first one, you're going to just hit continue. Where it says name, it already has the name for you. So I'm going to go hit the last name. So I go to last name and I just hit the last name button. Homeroom teacher is right here. I apologize. That's not the one. That's going to be under personal data. So this is just your student name. So I'm going to go to my next one. And then this is where I go into the teacher name. So I go to teacher and it's going to give me these options. And I'm going to go to, where am I going to go? I apologize. It's not teacher name. Birth date. I apologize. All right, so we're going to go into birth date, and then if you have parent contact, I didn't do parent contact. You can go into here under parents email, and that would be for emailing. You can do primary language right here if you want as well. I forgot what we pulled from this filter. So, and then you just hit continue again. So then it's going to ask you to append data to class, and then you're going to pick whichever class. So I'm going to say kindergarten 1 was Carter, because that was the kids' names. So now I go into kindergarten 1, which is Carter's class. And it's got all the kids' names. Hey, guess what? Look, it's got Dominic's birthday. So that's what shows up, a little cake. So his birthday was today. That's cool. Anyway, so now you have the kids' names. Once you have the kids' names in there, then you can hit all the tabs and you can do all the fun grading stuff and the averages, like I said, on the bottom. So anyhow, that's how you put in a name. Just while I have you here, we'll do one more to kindergarten 2. So it's pretty simple. Once you go, we're going to go to Hall. That's another one of my kindergarten classes. Top right button, export, open in idoceo, import wizard, go to student name. We're just going to put last name because the name's already there. Then we're going to go into personal data. And we're going to put in birth date. Under birth date, hit continue, continue, append data to class. This allows us to go to kindergarten 2. And now Miss Carter's class, it's actually doing it right now as we speak. Here we go. You go into gradebook. Now you got that here. That's the seating chart. Again, just as a quick review, group automatically. It groups your kids for you already, so you can just move the kids to the front, just like that. Anyhow, another thing I wanted to show you real quick was the hidden classes. So I hid all my classes from you guys so it didn't look all confusing here. I'm going to delete these. Show hidden classes. So these are all my classes